Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
Their partnership
It's a clip-on. Are you sure?
was created in the factory.
Promise you'll look after Tommy Boy here till he gets his feet wet.
Time out. Bad idea.
Forged on the interstate
Ugh, I can actually hear you getting fatter.
and road tested all the way to Detroit. Chris Farley,
The salesman has left the building.
David Spade, Tommy Boy.
It looks real.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, March 31st at
What the heck was that music in the background?
Yeah, that music was not from the original score, for sure.
Also, it didn't feel like it fit. I don't know. It felt weird.
Yeah. I was wondering, this is the first time I've ever thought this, but since we're doing video, YouTube, Spotify, whatever, and we're doing the video trailer, I'm like, man, should we be cool if our intro music, if we actually made that like a video clip? Maybe we should have the internet do that for us.
I'm sure AI could do that. Get the robots on it.
Yeah, dude. Before they take our podcasting jobs, let's have them do some work for us.
Yeah, they're already doing the podcast. They're just not as good as us. Not yet.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
see
sad.
people. I
That
see
means it's
people
not
posting
good.
on like the podcasting subreddit. It's like, hey man, I got my new podcast. It's me and an AI co-host. It's like, I don't know why no one's listening. I was like, oh, I have some ideas. Do you want to hear them? No one wants to hear what AI thinks about whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, the AI thing that for studying that people are using from Google Notebook or whatever, that thing, it works great for that. But like for this,
Yeah.
like if you ask AI to give you like what are the top scenes from Tommy Boy, it's not. They don't pick the right scenes. They're
No,
not
no.
picking
And
the good
sometimes
ones.
I've done it with movies I've had a hard time like getting quotes for, or if I have too many quotes, I'll go like, hey, what's the top? What do you think are the best quotes from this? And they'll list quotes from the movie, but like they're not the funniest quotes. I'm like, you're missing
Yeah.
all kind of shit. You have a terrible sense of humor. Computer that's using all the water.
Yeah, stupid.
Dude, I saw
computer.
something I meant to ask you about it because you teach high school, so which means you teach kids how to copy paste AI into a document and then submit
Boy,
it to you.
do I.
And I saw something that where a teacher was like, "Here's what you do for AI that we've been doing that works really well." Is like you give them an essay topic and you go, just paste it into ChatGPT like you normally would, but then you go and research it somewhere else and see if you can find all the ways that ChatGPT got it wrong. And so, like, your score is not based on your answer to the essay questions. Your score is based on how well can you deconstruct what ChatGPT told you.
They cannot. I can tell you right now, they copy and paste it anyway, whether you tell them to or not.
Yeah.
And then they take whatever ChatGPT gives them, and they literally take that and stick it directly into the box that I give them to answer it, and then that goes.
Well, that's why I
they
thought
go
this was
and
a
do
smart idea, because you're asking them to do that, and then you go like, but now for your
they just
assignment
won't.
is you got to figure out
it.
how
They'll
to,
just say
how
like,
to answer.
"Hey, ChatGPT, double check everything. What did you get wrong? Let's delve deeper into that." And then I have to read that AI slop that comes from AI to answer what broke. They give me AI answers. Hey, what was your favorite part of this? And they'll give me an AI response.
Yeah.
AI, what was my favorite part of this? It's
The crazy thing about Tommy Boy, Movie Life Crisis, Season 5, Episode 16, Tommy Boy, is that it was not written by AI. No, dude, even the trailer had like 4 funny lines that I didn't include in my quotes. This movie's got so many. I'm trying to think of what.
chock full of
Like
quotes.
Dumb and Dumber maybe had the most quotes. City Slickers had a ton because we were very new then.
Yeah.
League of Their Own
Yeah.
has a ton. But this is like, and this is in the mix for like, I got like 15 quotes.
I
Stuff
got
I didn't
so
write
many.
down, but that I still say like, that's going to leave a mark.
I picked the scenes that have the most quotes just so I could say the quotes in my
Yeah.
scenes.
I did that too, and I still have like
Mix it up, man.
6. I have 6 bonus quotes, and I know there's stuff like I left out that's like, I can hear you getting fatter in the trailer. Like that's,
Yeah.
I've said that a bunch of times. And that's
Yeah.
not in my list. That's nowhere in the
Yeah.
20-something quotes. There's just extra quotes.
Yeah, it's good, well written, and fantastically brought to the screen. I thought it was
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Patreon bonus movies still going on. We'll have Adventures in Babysitting out probably by the time you hear this episode. Fingers crossed, hopefully. Or if not,
Hopefully.
very soon afterwards. But we've got plenty of bonus movies from 1990, 89, 88, and 87, which is where we are now. You can do a free trial if you got summer traveling still happening. And here on the main feed, we're diving into Tommy Boy. So give us a synopsis.
Goofy everyman Tommy gets a job saving the family business, and grows up fast on a hilarious road trip with a wise-ass friend named Richard. Is he really a friend? I put friend.
Originally he wasn't, but then eventually he was.
Yeah. He was... David Spade's sarcasm level is off the charts. Like...
Yeah.
Him and John Lovitz are the two most sarcastic people that I think... And I like that style of humor, but only so many people can do it.
It's funny because I feel like it's a little bit of a generation thing. I mean, a lot of comedians are like that, but like, if my friends were as sarcastic to each other as David Spade and John Lovitz are to each other, I think it would hurt my feelings. But like, that's just like how those guys, like, apparently, like, I'm trying to think, I think it's John Lovitz and Bill Burr. I think they just leave each other voicemails where they just insult each other. And like, that's their entire friendship. And I think that's amazing for them, but I don't want either of them to do that to me.
Yeah, that would be, and they're really good at it. That's the other thing. So like,
yeah.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching Mike Birbiglia's new stand-up special, and he was like, one of the jokes in there, he was like, my daughter said something to me, and he said to her, he's like, that's the most hurtful thing anyone has ever said to me, and I'm friends with Bill Burr.
Dude, you can tell just by the way he, like, I've seen him be an ass to people, but like, you can tell he's really good at it. Like, he's really, really good at it.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome at it. This movie budgeted for $20 million and grossed $32 million, so made a little bit of money. Number 54 on the year, right between Copycat and Forget Paris.
Forget Paris is Billy.
That one's Billy Crystal. Copycat, I have no idea what it is.
Copycat is Sigourney Weaver, I'm pretty sure. I think it's a Sigourney Weaver movie. Here's the thing, though. I don't know that it made more money in the back, like in the TV licensing and stuff like that, is where it made a ton of money, didn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't find the information on the like rental stuff, but this is definitely one where it's like, all right, it made a little bit of money when it came out, but like this was a huge movie, and I was trying to figure out if it was a huge movie just because we were 15 when it came out, or if it really was, or if it really was huge, and I couldn't find the data to support that. Because I was visiting intern Mike in Montana, and I was hanging out with his like extended family. And like they were talking about the podcast because he's done obviously some very famous guest appearances, and they asked what movie we're doing next. And I said Tommy Boy, and for like 10 minutes, people were just saying Tommy Boy quotes. And it's just like, 8 people who are all our age. Everybody's got Tommy Boy quotes.
Yeah, but is it because they're our age? That's the good question. I wonder if people that were just a scotch younger than us still think it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that were still quoting movies but didn't come up right in the wheelhouse for this. If you're 5-10 years younger than us, do you still quote Tommy Boy? That's my question.
Yeah, I mean, I think about like Will or my younger brother. They're like 3-4 years younger than us, 5 years younger than you, 3 years younger than me. Like they for sure know all about Tommy Boy and would get all the Tommy Boy quotes. 10 years younger, maybe not so much. They're probably doing more like Anchorman and like Ricky Bobby, shit like that.
Night at the Roxbury. Yeah. Still 32. That's pretty good. 32 out of 20.
I mean, they made a little bit of money.
Right.
This is crazy because this is one of those movies that like they didn't really have much of a concept and like there was no audience for it and they just made it up as they went. Like I had extra time this morning because I was you were parked in your driveway waiting for your kid to get back home, and I was just watching the movie again with the director's commentary, and I was learning all kind of stuff.
Oh, nice.
Peter Siegel, the director, and he was just saying like, and I knew like they filmed the movie in Toronto while SNL was like in season. So like they'd do their SNL wrap, they'd fly to Toronto, they'd shoot the next day. Like they're going back and forth, and every day they have to figure out like, what are we doing tomorrow? And then like Chris Farley, David Spade, and Fred Wolf, who was another SNL guy who was writing with them, doing like punch-up work on the movie, would just go like, it's just like, we're driving tomorrow. We got to find some jokes. Like, what's the funny thing that will happen? Like, they're doing it like the day before.
That's amazing. That shows you how funny these guys are because, like, it's all funny. So if they're writing it as they go, the people that got the writer credit for it, the Turners, Bonnie and Terry Turner, they just have the overarching thing with some jokes punched in there, and then they went through and like punched it up as they went, or it's like, here you go, we're gonna make sure you save the town at the end, but that's all we got. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently those two are the. I mean, we'll talk about them when we get to the writers, but they're super funny, and they wrote for SNL, and that's how they got the gig, supposedly. So, like, do they have anything that they?
Yeah, I know the Turners wrote the original script. So, like, what I was able to find out, this is way too early for this talk, but fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Is Lorne had a deal with Paramount Pictures. Lorne Michaels, the SNL guy, and he told Bonnie and Terry Turner to write a movie about Farley and Spade, because all they did was just like walk around SNL making fun of each other, and Lorne just thought that their dynamic was hilarious. It is. And he can make whatever he wanted for Paramount. And so he tells the Turners, he's like, just write a movie about those two idiots. And so they come up with a movie, and he's like, all right, great, you guys go to Toronto and do it. And it's supposed to happen over the summer while SNL's off, and it doesn't for whatever reason. So they're doing it during production. They're also doing Billy Madison the exact same way at the exact same time in Toronto. So like those two things are happening together.
They're all just hanging out.
But because I'm guessing maybe there's just like a basic story structure, and they just didn't have time to finish all the jokes. And so like Spade's doing rewrites, Chris Farley's doing rewrites. They're pitching jokes to the director. Fred Wolf is also writing stuff. He's not credited, but everybody involved, Spade and the director, both, like Fred Wolf was there every day helping us figure out what jokes were going to happen.
That's ridiculous.
And then he's uncredited, but like he works with Spade on a bunch of other stuff. He does Joe Dirt, he does Grown Ups. He's like gets plenty of work out of this. I think that's just the way that happens. But it's like officially Bonnie and Terry Turner wrote the movie, but also officially Bonnie and Terry Turner wrote Wayne's World. And you know, a bunch of those jokes were the same way. They just made them up on the day.
You just let them riff. Yeah. That's so. Apparently those guys are funny though, because like everything I was reading about them, they
created Third Rock from the Sun and like that '70s show. Like Bonnie and Terry Turner, like I'm not no shade on them. They know their shit. But this movie, they wrote the script, and then other people went off and made the movie. And every single day they came up with jokes for the next day.
Yeah, that's freaking great. That's great.
Yeah, dude. No awards for this one, although Bo Derek did get a raspberry.
Yeah, she got the Razzie nomination for worst supporting actress, and I could see that.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be for worst supporting bikini, because the bikini did not offer a lot of support.
She was like 1,000 years old, and she didn't need support either. So she's like a 10.
Dude, 1,000 years old. She was freaking 38 when this movie filmed.
1,000. Look at her.
Yeah.
She's 1,000 years old now.
She's 68 now, and if you put her in a bikini and me in a swimsuit, everyone would be like, "What's wrong with that guy? Tell him to get out of the way."
Is that guy gonna die? Yeah, no, but being 38, didn't you feel like, even when you were younger, like, oh man, Bo Derek's kind of hot, but like, I still felt like she was old.
Kind of hot for an old lady. Dude, this is funny, because I was going to talk about this, and I haven't figured out a way to do it that's like appropriate. Because I was like, what happens when like Clueless comes out, and when we see it, Alicia Silverstone is older than we are, and we're like, yo, Alicia Silverstone's kind of fine. But now we're fucking old, and we watch Clueless. Am I still allowed to think Alicia Silverstone is cute because she's older than me? Or now am I looking at a 16-year-old on film, and now I'm a perv? I don't know the answer.
I don't know the answer either, but I know that
I guess we'll tell if the podcast gets canceled that I'm not allowed to do that. But I never can tell. I'm like, well, we were the same age when it happened. So, like, I'm not... I guess if you show me a 15-year-old now, I'm out. But, like, I remember I was 15 and she was 16, 17. I was like, what's up? And so... I still have that like sense memory of being young. I don't know what the right answer is.
I think we're probably going to have to cancel that showing of Clueless on that island that we were going to do it on. There's a special island where they do that for those people. No, dude, I feel the same way, because every once in a while I'm always like, hey, she kind of hot. And I'm like, oh, wait a second. I'm not supposed to think that, because she's underage at this point.
But when the movie came out, I was also underage, so like,
I was
fine then.
Right.
Am I allowed to still be attracted to, like? But then also like, hey, I had a girlfriend when I was 15. That would be really inappropriate now. Can I still think about that memory and be like, yeah, we had fun times.
You can think about whatever you want. They can't stop you. Watch. Think of a cow right now. Think of a cow. Now levitate it. Pick it up off the ground.
No, the
Nobody
key is
can
you
stop
want to get right in between the haunches, and then you want to drive.
Which
32 belly option on 2.
32 belly option. When he yelled that was fantastic. That guy, come on. So good.
It's freaking fantastic. No sequels, no spinoffs. David Spade said a couple of years ago that he was approached about doing a sequel to this with like the kids, and he was like, I can't. He's like, we're not doing a Tommy Boy without Chris Farley.
Yeah.
He's like,
It's no good without Farley. Yeah.
Agreed.
Did you see this one in the theater? I did not.
No, because I don't think it was in the theater very long. I think
there was one showing on a Tuesday in the afternoon.
Yeah, it made $32 million. How long was that thing in Hammond? Probably not very long. Like the first weekend it's out, it does well. The second weekend you're like, hey, did you hear about Tommy Boy? And it's already gone.
Yeah, I definitely rented it though, because I can remember people saying like, holy schnikes, and like I wanted to know what that was all about, and I can remember renting it.
I rented it. I also owned it, like in every format you can own a movie. And then
Oh man, me too.
Because I was telling my wife, she's like, what are you guys doing this week? I was like, Tommy Boy. I was like, I gotta find time to watch it. I'm kind of running behind because I was traveling. She's like, well, how many times have you seen it? I was like, I don't know, 1,000?
Yeah, something like too many.
Yeah, like, there's no...
Dude, when I pulled the DVD out, I was like, oh man, I have the Holy Schnikes edition? This is great. I can't even imagine why I have that edition. But dude, every time it would come out, I was like, oh, it's got new stuff and deleted scenes. I need that.
Yeah. I watched it yesterday, and then I watched it again today with the commentary on. And if my wife wanted to watch it again tonight, I would be very happy to pop it right back in. So good.
Sounds like when I would be sick and not wanting to get up off the couch. So I'm just like, I'll just watch it again. This time put the commentary on. It's like a whole new movie.
Well, that was the fun part for me because I used to do that all the time. I'd be like, I'm sick of this. I'll just watch the commentary this time. Like, let's see what Zemeckis says in Back to the Future.
Right.
So, yeah, I actually really
now
appreciate
you're learning
that.
stuff. Yeah,
I'm learning stuff.
So what'd you rate it?
This, all right, 1 to 10, Chimmy Dogs, no 7s, as you all know. I gave it a 9.5.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's an almost perfect comedy.
It's so killer.
Like, it's so quotable. It's so rewatchable. It's essentially a road trip buddy comedy movie, which is an amazing like genre. That's right in my strike zone. Like, count me in.
Yeah.
Dude, the soundtrack is way better than I remembered.
Yeah.
The score is really good. It's got heart. The pacing's tight. It's an hour and 37 minutes. It's freaking great.
Yeah, it goes by really fast.
Yeah.
And it's packed with jokes.
And I was thinking, I was like, could I cut some stuff out of this? I'm like, I could, but I like very few things. And a lot of it I don't think would even make the movie better.
And I think the stuff that I wouldn't even cut out whole parts, I would just change the way they did it. Like, I could have Rob Lowe peeing on the sign. I just don't need it to explode and him fly off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I was thinking. A couple of the Rob Lowe
slapstick
bits when they're on the road and he's like back sabotaging and stuff. I'm like, I probably could cut some of this stuff out. But then I'm thinking, I'm like, you can't really do that because Rob Lowe's a big star who's appearing in this movie uncredited just as a favor.
Right.
So like, you can't cut all of his shit out or like he's not going to do it. So like, and it's none of it takes that long. But like when he goes to like, he shoots the sign, the dog jumps in the car. And I'm like, I don't care about that. But it's also like 45 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you. And that's why I'm saying, like, maybe I could change the way they did it. Dude, I'm the same way. It was so quotable that I could not give it a huge high score. I gave it a 9. Even for the really silly parts, for like we were talking about, I still love it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and a couple things I was trying to think about, like the cold open is when he's a little kid. I'm like, I guess I could just start it, because the director in the commentary is like, we were going to start it with him in college, but I really pushed for the cold open with him as a kid so you could kind of see.
Yeah. And
I was like, I like that. It didn't take very long. It was kind of cool to see him as kids. I'm like, and then the sailboat scenes, I'm like, I could take that out, but I don't really want to. I like that there's like, at the end, he's talking to his dad, and then the wind kicks up. I'm like, that's awesome. I was getting emotional.
Yeah.
Like, and he's out there with Julie Warner, and she's freaking yelling at the kids. I like that one too. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't want to take that out. I like. So
I'm like, there's not really anything I would even cut.
Yeah.
Some of the gags don't work, but more of them than you think. Like Wayne's World, you're like, some of those jokes just didn't land, but there were so many that did. You kind of go like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But this one, I don't know if I'm older or if I just like these guys more, but these all landed. Like the freaking bees. Like, your firearms are useless against them. Like, I don't know why that makes me laugh.
It's ripping my flesh off. Oh, dude, really, like, again, I haven't seen it in a while, but the whole time I was laughing. I was.
Yeah.
It's super fun. It's weird to me too that we give all of the comedies 9s and high marks, and then other movies were just like meh. The Pianist, I give it a 4. Like,
dude. Roger Ebert gave this 1 star.
Oof.
So like, and this has got below 50% Rotten Tomatoes. I talked to you about this. I can't remember if I did it on the podcast or not, but I was like, if we run out of Patreon stuff to do, if we go back far enough where it's like we don't know these movies anymore, my new idea for Patreon is to only do movies below 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. And you sent me your playlist, and there's 1,100 movies on it.
Yeah,
and some of them are incredible, like this one. It's like, how did this not get 50% on Rotten Tomatoes? It didn't make any money. The critics hated it. It won no awards, and it's not even very well reviewed on Rotten Tomatoes. How is this movie so good? I don't understand.
Well, so how does Rotten Tomatoes work? If people keep voting for it, does that go up, or like can it eventually get a cult following and go higher, or that's only on the audience score? The critics is never going to change.
Yeah, the critics scores the critics can vote on it, but it's hard to be able to be a critic. But the audience scores, you can just go in there. I mean, we could have the podcast just head over there, like, go vote for Tommy Boy.
Well, does it have higher Rotten Tomatoes scores for the audience, or is it under 54?
Dude, honestly, I don't know. So, like, the tomato meter is 41%. That's the critic reviews.
Yeah,
there's 49 reviews, and then the popcorn meter is 90%. I don't even know what that is.
That's
I don't even know what popcorn meter. That's the audience.
That's the audience.
250,000 audience reviews, 90%. 49 critic reviews, 41%.
Yeah, the critics don't know what they're talking about. They're idiots.
Yeah, so that's kind of that's kind of where I land, and that's why I want us to be official reviewers on Rotten Tomatoes. But yeah, dude, let's do scenes. What's your first scene? I did like you. I just picked scenes that had a lot of quotes that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. First scene that I picked is when they're in one of the hotels. It's fat guy in little coat.
Yeah.
Like, he puts on the coat, David Spade's coat, and it doesn't, like, he can't bring his arms down. His arms are stuck up in the air. And he's doing the fat guy in little coat. And it's the thing from, he did it on SNL too. Yeah. That whole bit. And then he sees the girl. He's like, I'm going to go down, get a pizza or whatever. Yeah. And he sees the girl down there, and why she's skinny dipping, I have no idea. Like,
and with the pool, like, there's rooms all the way around, like 3 stories of hotel rooms, all facing the pool.
All the motel rooms. Yeah.
And she's like, maybe I just take off my bikini.
Yeah. And Tommy walks past, and he's like, you know where the weight room is? And David Spade's up there. He's like, scram, Tommy, don't give him the weight room routine. She goes skinny dipping. David Spade does the thing he does out by the window. And then Tommy comes back because they were closed. Dude, I remembered that happening, but I don't know why when he was like, hey, your briefcase is way over here. Who do you think her favorite actor is? Buddy Wackett? Like, he's just giving it to him. Yeah. The whole time, I paused it at the end of that because I forgot he went, I wonder if she goes out with one of the Yankees. And then he goes, who's your favorite little rascal? Who do you think
her favorite little rascal is?
And then he goes, sinner. At the end, dude, I forgot he said sinner, and I lost it. I was like, this is my first scene. I freaking love that.
Yeah.
So good.
Dude, that's a great one. That's another one where it's like, in the script, they're going to stop at a hotel room and plan out their next thing, but then they just go, they're going like, we need some jokes for tomorrow when we do the hotel room thing, and like they know the girl's going to be there, but it's like, do the fat guy in little coat thing. We do that at SNL. That'll be funny. Yeah. And it's like, let's do some and like the housekeeping stuff. Like Spade said, I saw him on like Howard Stern or something like that talking about it like 5 years ago. And he's like, I just would do that to him when at the hotel on the road, and he never figured out that it was me. Every morning he'd be like, go away, need sleep. And he's like, really, every day you'd never know that it's me.
No towel, want sleepy.
So I like, in the same thing, like the clip-on ties. Like, let's just do a clip-on tie. Like, they're just coming up with like bits, or like in the very first when they're driving and the M&Ms like slide under the dash. Like all that shit's just like stuff that they made up to do.
God, and that's the stuff that I think is the funniest throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, and they said that the director said, and Spade said, Peter Segal's like, Peter Segal didn't really know him, and he's doing his second movie. He's done Naked Gun 33 1/3. He's like, I don't really understand it, but like if you guys think it's funny, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Which is great. This is kind of like the Wayne's World thing, where the director Penelope Spheres, she's like, I don't get it, but if you guys like it, like let's just film it because you guys, are funny.
Dude, I don't know. It's just the fact that they can just come up with stuff and then it works so well. It just shows how funny they are.
I would have lost my shit if I was in a hotel room with someone and they'd had all the windows open and there was moths all in the room. Like he was like vacuuming them up. I would have been out of there.
It's like just sucking them out of the sky.
Yeah.
Ah, man. Which you could tell also was like little pieces of confetti with a fan under it.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
They wanted to use that joke, so they put it in there. That's great.
My first one is they stop at a gas station because it's got a couple things happening at the same time that are great. One is freaking Tommy backs the car up and smashes the door, and then like fake fixes it. And the other one is while he's doing that, David Spade is inside.
Fixes it.
Spade is inside asking the guy he's like, hey, we need to get to Davenport, and I can't find it on the map. It says it's 22 miles away, but I don't see it. And the guy's like, you need a new map. He's like, won't look up from his freaking Western novel.
Yeah.
So Spade's just being increasingly more sarcastic. He's like, well, you say that I need a new map, and you're really smart. He's like, but I don't see it, and it's only 22 miles away. And the guy's like, I'm picking up your sarcasm. He's like, yeah, I would hope so, because I'm laying it on pretty thick. And in the background behind Spade's, over his shoulders, outside, you see Chris Farley just smashing into the car door trying to get it.
Yeah, he's doing the 32 belly option again, just slamming into the side of it. Slamming.
And then the end of the scene is that he walks outside, and it's like, oh, yeah, they're out of gas. We'll have to go somewhere else. And Spade opens the door, and it falls off, and Chris Farley's like, what'd you do?
Yeah, dude, something about the way that guy goes, and this is right here, 22 miles away.
He's like, we're currently in Illinois, which is a state. You're going to Iowa, Davenport, which is another state. You need to get a new map.
Oh, dude, I have said miles like that guy says miles numerous times. 22 miles away.
Yeah, that dude nailed his guest appearance.
Yeah, he did. Dude, the next one I had is the deer in the car. First of all, the fact that he's like taking his time and he's like, hey, you know the thing in the back seat? It's not an air freshener. It's a dead riding deer carcass. So they're riding with the car and they're arguing about something, and the freaking deer wakes up and just trashes the car. Yeah. Which I was reading about that too. It took him like 4.5 to 5 weeks to get the deer acclimated with the car enough to like climb up on the back, like little platform that they built on the car, so it would stand up there and do the thing. But when it was trashing the car and they run out and they're standing there and they're watching the antlers go through the roof and the legs kicking the windows out, and then right at the end, Tommy Boy's like, I've seen some crazy stuff in my life, but that was awesome. Dude, come on. I freaking love that. That had to be in the original script because that shit is genius. They pick it up and they... Dude.
The deer must have been in the original script because the director said that they had like so many versions of the car because they were all kind of like, there's one that's brand new and there's a couple that's like the door's torn off, it's got lattice on it, and there's like the soft lattice top. But he said that they had to basically give one of the cars they had for the shoot to a deer wrangler for like a month, so I guess he could train the deer to like sit in the back seat, which is amazing.
That's great.
Yeah, dude.
So I put deer in the car as my second one because I freaking love that.
That's another good one. My second one I thought was a total no-brainer. It's the diner.
See, so can you count the little fight beforehand as a separate scene? Because that's my third one. This is right outside.
Well, I really wanted to count the fight beforehand. I don't think it's technically the same scene, but it's. Yeah. I think let's just go ahead and get it in there because.
Yeah, let's.
They just like pull off to the side of the road and like decide like it's go time, and it's.
But why did they pull off to the side?
Dude, I don't even remember.
Because the hood popped up and they freaked out.
Yeah,
he's like, if you're telling me I put the wrong oil in, you're wrong. I used 10W30.
Yeah,
freaking
the fight is amazing because Spade's going, mommy, the rhino's getting too close to the car, and then Farley's like, he's just a little guy. It's like, that's it, big boy, I'm gonna wail on you.
I'm gonna wail on you. Oh Christ!
And they're fighting, dude, and Spade is like smacking him in the face. He's like, did you open a window? I feel a draft.
I wanted a kiss. I would have called your mother.
And then he finally hits him across the face with the 2x4. And then it cuts to them inside the diner. And in the background is, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah.
He's like, it hurts. Did I have a mark on my face? It hurts not here so much or here, but really right
here. Nope, ship shape.
But I picked the diner as my scene because Tommy freaking loses it in front of Helen and destroys the roll, and it's hilarious. And then she decides, she's like, you're messed up. Let me just make you some wings.
Yeah.
And I love it because it's freaking hilarious, especially if I include the fight as part of it. But also, it's the point in the movie where things turn.
Yeah.
You know, like I think it probably, if this is like a play, that would be where the curtain came down, and then Act 3 would start right after that. Like he's figuring it out, and then they go on their sales run.
Right.
So like, it's an important plot point and character development point, but also it's freaking hilarious.
You know what? And I started to realize also that I say stuff. First of all, we all know that I'm just stealing jokes from other people. I have no original thought.
Yeah.
But like, even if I have to say the words "I knew it," like,
I knew it.
Yeah, I knew it. Like, I say it. I realize, like, Cece is starting to get into wings, and I showed her the Tommy Likey, Tommy want wingy.
Tommy Likey. Tommy
She
want
says
wingy.
it all the time, and she like brings her neck up like that.
That's a freaking great quote.
Oh God, I like JoJo the Indian Circus Boy with a pretty new pet. Like,
I can also remember Biggin doing like, "I stroke it, they squeeze, you're naughty, pet."
in a restaurant. I killed it. Yeah, dude, he would do it like in a restaurant really loud and have everybody look just like Tommy did.
Restaurant might be a stretch because I remember him mostly doing it in Golden Corral, but because we always had the rolls.
Yeah, Golden Corral. Wasn't it Ryan's back then?
It was Ryan's.
It's a Golden Corral now, though.
Yeah,
but it
was
used
Ryan's.
to be.
They had the yeast
Ryan's.
rolls.
Oh boy, did they! Like that time I went with Will because he was like, "Let's just try it. Let's just go there again, see if it's still good." We get there, they were like, "Hey, the yeast rolls are out." And Will's like, "Why are we even here?"
Yeah, what are we even doing here? Let's get out of here.
Oh man, dude. So that's my third one. I put the whole hits him with a 2x4. Do I have a mark on my? Not so much here, but right here. Yeah, dude, I love that. That was my third scene.
Yeah, dude, it's got great quotes all throughout, and then ends with "Tommy, you want wingy." But it also is an important character moment because then he figures out he can just sell by being a goofball, and then they start rocking and rolling.
I've seen it once. I've seen it 1,000 times.
My third scene is the fake bomb ending scene, which is like there's no individual moment that I think is amazing, but it's like it's just such a great last 5 minutes of the movie before the wrap up, he's in the boat talking to his dad, the actual climax. Freaking Dan Aykroyd's great. He's doing his Chicago accent, and he's making fun of him for having rubbed air freshener on himself. He's like, "You've identified the problem. Next step."
Dude, and what about the guy that's on the news that's the security guard? He's like, "After you hit me over the head repeatedly."
Many times.
And then he shows up again and he just lays down and slides the gun automatically.
Yeah. And it's like this, it's like a Scooby-Doo ending. They do a fake bomb. They get in there and it's but really you guys, your marriage is not real because you were already married. And that means that you're not even supposed to be here. And then it's take him away, bake him away, toys. Do it.
Bake him away, toys.
And then Rob Lowe runs for it, and he freaking gets launched off of the crash test car, and then lands in the chair where it's just bags are dropping on his nuts.
Yeah, there's a part where the guy who used to work in the loading dock, but now he's buffing stuff that works in the factory, and they're all watching it on the news. And he goes, "Tommy just sold 500,000 brake pads." And then he goes, "Tommy just sold 500,000 brake pads." Everybody starts cheering. I don't know why the way that guy said that this time gave me goosebumps. And I was like, I don't know why that time it did it, but I like that part. It brought the whole thing together. He saved the town. He saved the factory, which by and large saved the town.
Yeah.
And Tommy saves the day. It's freaking great.
It's a great wrap up to the movie. Dan Aykroyd is great. Like, it's just such a satisfying conclusion. And like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, he's gonna tape road flares to his chest and then get into the boardroom with a news crew.
Yeah.
But it's like just realistic enough that I buy it.
Right. It's not so far-fetched, right? Plus, when he's like, I have an idea. And he goes, yikes. Dude, what is not... This movie's great.
It's really good. I could easily see, like, that's the moment where Roger Ebert, like, starts writing in his notepad, like, this movie's terrible, I hate it. But like, I love it. So that was my third one because I thought it was a really satisfying ending. I love the Dan Aykroyd cameo. I think it freaking ties it up in a neat little bow.
How did neither of us put the part where he's trying to sell the guy and he starts telling the story? I wanted to put it in there, but I didn't make the cut because...
I got it in my quotes.
Oh, okay, good. Because, like...
Yeah, dude, there's a bunch of other stuff about this movie that I love that I just could not get to.
Yeah.
Like, I was just after I finished my quotes, I was just writing down extra quotes. Like, dude, there's so many, and
I just kept going.
Nice, dude. We other than the, like, diner / fight scene, we didn't have any overlap. Let's do our best top 3 quotes. What's your first one?
First one is cat-like speed and reflexes. Every time somebody dodges something or catches something before it falls, I say cat-like speed and reflexes.
Yeah.
And the fact that he says that and then it gets the crane thing hits him in the head in slow motion.
Yeah.
God bless. Freaking, it's great.
And Peter Siegel said on the commentary, he's like, that was the first scene that they shot where he's just like, the cranes are coming out and he's just doing like Karate Kid shit and he's like commentating. He's like, that was the first one that was like, it wasn't scripted at all and I just like let him do his thing.
Oh, and, coming pretty fast there, huh? Like,
yeah.
Dude.
It's the guy had to chest the reaction on the girder.
I'm sorry. So good. What's your first one?
Dude, well, before we do that, cat-like speed and reflexes. Every time they would show a full body shot of Chris Farley, I'm like, I can't tell if he's like really fat or if he's only like kind of fat. Like, obviously he has a huge belly.
Yeah.
And like he makes his face have like all the extra chins because he thinks it's funny. But like, dude, he actually is like pretty athletic. Like he's
doing cartwheels and I think like I know he had like the rugby jacket on. At Marquette, but like I think he was probably built and a bigger fella and then realized funny is better and he could just drink a lot of beer. Just like everything I was reading about him, they were like, yeah, he had to go from SNL and fly to Toronto, like you were saying. He drank 29 cappuccinos to stay awake. I was like, I don't think it was cappuccinos. Like,
no, they said he was totally like clean and sober for this movie, but Rob Lowe said that Farley took a shot of espresso before every take of every scene.
Jesus Christ.
That he was there for. I was like, that should have killed him just right there. But Rob Lowe also said that they went out to dinner during this movie at some point, and Farley went to a steakhouse and ordered 2 bone-in like porters or something, porterhouse steaks, and then he said with every single bite he put an entire pat of butter on top of it.
Oh man!
And then Farley said to Rob Lowe, he's like, "It needed a hat." It's like, and I hope Rob Lowe said back, "I can actually hear you getting fatter." It just makes me think of Biggin, who would take individual French fries and then put ketchup on the individual French fry and then eat it.
Oh man, I was wondering if he was doing the Rob Lowe guy from Parks and Rec, where he was completely healthy all the time and was just giving it to him. So
my first quote.
Wait, real fast. Farley died because of drugs, though, right? His heart gave out because of drugs.
Well, I mean, was that drugs or was that 2 porterhouses with butter on every bite? Probably
right. Yeah. That's when you said that. It made me think like maybe it wasn't the drugs, but it was probably both.
I'm sure it's a little column A, a little column B.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he's 33.
Right.
Like, let's see. I actually didn't look at what this is. Found dead by his younger brother.
Oh man, that stinks.
No, drug overdose, cocaine and heroin, but it also says advanced atherosclerosis was cited as a significant contributing factor. So it's both.
Yeah, so both. The little hat on every bite probably didn't
Plus
help.
the heroin and the cocaine. None of those are good ideas.
Delicious.
My first quote is, I couldn't not put it in there. That's when the whores come in, because I say it. I've said it so many times. Shaking their fannies for the menfolk. Dude, that's just a random old lady in the boardroom meeting, and she won't stop talking about whores. And I've said it so many
You
times.
visit a prostitute one time in Vietnam, and then all of a sudden, and David Spade's so smug about it. He's like, I like her idea.
I can't even tell you how many times I've just dropped that in a conversation. It's like, I don't know, man. Should we go to dinner here? Do you guys want to go see a movie? And it's just like a gridlock. No one can decide. I go, so, well, that's when the whores come in, shaking their fannies for the menfolk.
I like her idea, dude.
So,
I have it in
be in
there.
there.
That's when the whores come in. That was my bonus quote. I love that.
It could have been. It was the first thing I wrote down. I was like, I say it so many times. What's your
the
next one?
So the first thing I wrote down is something that they do a bunch, and I can remember saying it all the time as a quote, was just, shut up, Richard. Like every time you start to trail off and somebody cuts you off and you just go, shut up, Richard. Like, I don't say it as much anymore, but dude, every time he was just like, they have a thin candy shell. I'm surprised you didn't know that. Your brain has a thick candy shell. Yeah, your brain has the... Got that? Shut up, Richard. Like, dude, I could not put it in there. I love shut up, Richard, because I say it all the time.
That's a great one, man. My next one is another one of my all-time favorites that I've said a million times, which is Farley is talking to Spade. They're about to go into an office to sell something. He's like, oh, that sales thing's a little tricky. He's like, let me handle this one. He's like, it needs a little finesse. And Spade goes, by finesse, did you mean sputtering out sentence fragments and lighting things on fire?
Oh, dude, I had that. So in my bonus quotes, I just stuck all my favorite David Spade ones when he was like, yeah, while you're sitting around staying not slim, like when he would, and it's just like a throwaway in the middle of another sentence. Like, I can actually hear you getting fatter, or calling him tons of fun, or like, all right, where's moron? Okay, moron's here. So that means like, dude, I freaking love that.
Or it's, or the like, it's like, does this suit make me look fat? He's like, no, your face does. Just because all that shit is just the stuff that I'm positive that David Spade. I think that's just stuff that David Spade said to Chris Farley all the time.
All the time. Dude, that's
What's your third
a freaking
quote?
great one. My third one is what I say to my kids all the time, because people that are listening to this that aren't married or have a family, just know that you're in charge of coming up with what's for dinner every single night for the rest of your life. And it's going to be the reason I get a divorce. And it says, what are we serving tonight? Chicken or chicken? I say that probably 3 times a week. Dude, I can't handle not, like, my people don't even know what they want to eat. So I really do just chicken like 7 different ways all the time. So what are we serving tonight? Chicken or chicken? That's my quote.
The whole like airplane scene when they're flight attendants, I could have easily put in my. It doesn't really advance the story in any way, but it's so like the Spade's doing the freaking. He's like, "There's an exit. It's probably one over there somewhere," and you can see Farley's like looking. He's like, he's acting it out. He puts on the children's life vest and inflates, and he's like, he's freaking takes a pen out of Lay's pockets, jabs himself with it. And Spade's like, he's a big dumb animal, isn't he, folks?
Dude, when Jake heard, because I say that about Jake when he bumps into stuff. So Jake has started saying it about other people. Well, he saw it on the movie. He was like, wait a second, that's where that's from? I was like, yeah, dude, of course, yes. He's a big dumb animal.
And then also he's like, she's like, life jackets. He's like, but if we're going to hit anything, let's be real, it's probably going to be a mountain. Like, it's just... all of that stuff, and then
he's changing in the thing, and he's like,
I was going to say, Farley's changing in the airport bathroom, dude. I've had to do that because we've flown internationally a bunch of times, and I'm way smaller than Farley, and it is impossible.
It's god awful. Everything about.
I've also
that. I don't like flying.
When Wolf was younger and he was wearing diapers, and we had to go change his diaper, like I felt bad because I could literally never do that task. There's no way I could get into a bathroom with a toddler and then close the door and then
still
change his diaper.
Stuff. Right. It's
so like when we fly just the 2 of us, and now he doesn't wear diapers anymore. But I'm like, if we need to do this, like we're gonna have to wait until we land. So let's just figure it out.
Hold it in. My
My third one is the one we were just talking about, where it's It's like, if you want me to take a dump in a box and mark it guaranteed, I will. I've got spare time.
I've got spare time.
Which is another one I've used a million times.
All of a sudden, your daughter's knocked up and there's money missing off the dresser.
If I've seen it once, I've seen it 1,000 times.
Okay, I'll buy from you. Dude, that's freaking great. I don't know. How do we do the bonus quotes? Do I just start throwing them out and we just do one after another, like a speed run? Can we do that?
Yeah, I've already said a bunch of them. I've got like 3 or 4 more that I've not said.
All right, let's go speed round. Just start yelling them out. I'll try. Wait, but you're not allowed to laugh. You just gotta say it with a straight face. Say it like them, but don't laugh. All right, ready? You go first.
Your firearms are useless against them.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
Did I catch a niner in there?
Calling from a walkie-talkie? Oh, it was cordless. I have a bit of a weight problem. Used to grab bear claws 2 at a time, get them lodged right in this region here.
Yeah, and just a shade under a decade, too. All right. A lot of people go to college for 7 years.
Yeah, they're called doctors. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got
a hug. That's the last one on my list because I've also said that a million times. Brothers got a hug.
When somebody always messes up a saying, I'm always like, no, wait, it's got to be your bull.
No.
Like,
got to be your bull.
I can get a good look at a steak. Wait, it's got to be your bull. Also, we talked about housekeeping, and hey, it's good to see you again, Mister. And it's all, gee, have you seen Richard? Love that. I love it. That's all the quotes I got. I mean, that's not all the quotes that they have, but that's all that I wrote.
No,
down.
dude, that's not even like the top 15, but there was, there's just a lot, dude. Herbie Hancock.
Yeah. Herbie
Is that for me? No, son, that's for me. You could put 6 packs of soda in there. Or milk or yogurt. Dude, Brian Dennehy, freaking.
Luke.
Brian Dennehy, 2 thumbs up. He's like, anything you want to keep cold. He's like, can I uncover my eyes? He's like, yeah, stop covering them to begin with.
Stop covering your damn eyes, son. Dude, Brian Dennehy is a fantastic character actor. I love me some Brian Dennehy.
He's great. The supporting cast is amazing. I mean, this movie works because of Farley and Spade, but everybody else in there is awesome too.
Yeah. So I'm sure we both put Farley and Spade for the characters. I think the difference is the third one, right?
Yes. So it's Chris Farley, David Spade, 1 and 2 for our top characters. Who's your third?
Dude, Farley is a good actor, by the way. Like, I thought he like, he's not just, like, physical comedy funny. I thought he was good. Like,
I saw some stuff, like, people online saying, like, if Chris Farley had been alive, it seems like he could have, like, won a dramatic Oscar. Like, kind of like Adam Sandler. It's like, he's great at comedy, but he also can anchor a performance and, like, play something, like, serious.
Yeah,
for sure. He's really good.
My third character is, I guess, the bad guy or one of the bad guys, Dan Aykroyd, Ray Zielinski.
Yeah.
Dude, is anybody better at rattling off like jargon in a robot-like speed than Dan Aykroyd? Like
dude, we talked about this for Ghostbusters on Patreon. It's like if you got jargon, you want to give it to Dan Aykroyd because he just machine guns it out and it's great.
And his name is Ray in this also, which I think is great.
Yeah.
So I put Dan Aykroyd. He had a small part, but it was worth it. He killed it.
Yeah. I put Julie Warner, Michelle. She's Tommy Boy's love interest, and she's not in a ton of this movie, but I thought she was really good. Like, she's super authentic, and it's really grounding to have that kind of like romance going through the movie. Then you have a couple of serious scenes with Farley, so it's not just straight like slapstick comedy.
Right, and she did a great job at it too. Like
when she quit because the orders got all messed up, she was like really really upset about it. And I was like, dude, you can tell she takes that seriously. The whole town's gonna now go out of business.
Plus, she knows where you live and she's seen where you sleep.
Yeah,
and then she sits back down. She's like, I'm just kidding. I don't know where they sleep.
Yeah,
it's great.
But no, I liked her. Like Rob Lowe was really good. He's uncredited. He's is like a secret in this movie. Bo Derek doesn't really do a whole lot. Brian Dennehy's great. He's not in very much of it. Like it's just Spade and Farley, really.
What about the wedding band dropping some Temptations in the beginning? I like that. That was nice. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and then Ray Charles.
Yeah. Let's hit the A's and O's. Dude, this movie's great.
Yeah,
I want to go watch
it awesome.
again.
I would totally watch it again anytime. The writer director bonus stuff. We already talked about the Turners. That's a Bonnie and Terry Turner, a married couple.
Yeah.
Screenwriters and producers. So like they wrote for SNL. They wrote Wayne's World. They created Third Rock from the Sun. They created that 70s show.
They did Coneheads because that was SNL too stuff.
Yeah.
They did the Brady Bunch movie, which I didn't realize. Dude, the Brady Bunch movie's funny. Thee on the FIFA, Cindy. The freaking lisp. I freaking love it.
Yeah.
The director too, he did some stuff that I didn't realize he did that I like.
Yep. Peter Siegel did a bunch of stuff. Like hit us with it.
Anger Management, 51st Dates, Longest Yard, Get Smart. All of those were awesome for me.
Dude, also Nutty Professor 2, The Clumps. He's got some great ones. Hercules. There's some great moments in that movie.
Naked guy.
Yeah, Peter Siegel, 51st Dates. You said that. I like that one. Get Smart. I actually kind of like that Get Smart movie.
Yeah, I like Office. What's his name? Carell.
Steve Carell.
He played a good part.
And then Fred Wolf, the SNL writer that like did uncredited work on this. He's done a bunch of stuff. Like if you look up a picture of him, you'll recognize him. But like he's uncredited on this, but he writes Black Sheep. He writes Dirty Work with Norm Macdonald. He writes Joe Dirt.
Man.
He's like kind of became David Spade's writing partner. But then he did Grown Up 2, Joe Dirt sequel. But you definitely will recognize him from some of the
I just
David
saw the
Spade,
picture of him.
Adam Sandler stuff. It's like, oh, that guy. I recognize that guy.
Absolutely. Dude, Joe Dirt.
I know.
That's freaking great.
So there's a really cool story about the name of this movie.
I saw some of the other names that they were going to give it. I was reading about that.
So they originally were going to call this movie Billy the Third. That's what the title was when they wrote the script.
Right.
And so like that was their shooting title. And then as they're shooting the movie, they realized at the same time they're filming this movie that eventually becomes Tommy Boy, there's another SNL guy who's filming another movie that starts with Billy Madison. Because Sam was doing Billy Madison at the exact same time. And they're like, oh shit, that doesn't work.
Yeah, can't do that.
So then they threw out a bunch of other names, but they finally landed on Tommy Boy, which is actually, I cannot imagine it being called anything else.
Yeah, I can't. Dude, did you see some of the other ones? One was called Rocky Road. And I was like, no, that's no good. One was called XL, which I could see.
Yeah, I was going to say, one was like a reference to him being fat, which would have been a terrible name.
It's called Fat Chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. But
Tommy Boy's a great name, and I wonder if they took that from the movie, if, like once they changed his name to Tommy, if Dennehy was just like saying, Tommy Boy.
Yeah, hey, that Tommy Boy.
I don't have any idea, but I love that story.
Holy
and then
shit.
the other good that I have was Rob Lowe is uncredited, but what Rob Lowe said was that there was a movie concept where he and Chris Farley played brothers, and then at some point they kind of changed it to be like a buddy road movie with Farley and Spade.
Yeah.
And so like Rob Lowe wasn't involved anymore, and he was like, well, I can just do it. Like I'll just show up and like be like a happy surprise. You don't have to give me any money or put my name on it.
That's
and
really
so he just
great.
was like, yeah, I'll come hang out. I was like, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's really nice of Rob Lowe. Because he definitely is bigger than these other two at the time.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is there's a bunch of stories about during the film of this movie, because they're going from SNL, flying straight to Toronto, shooting all the next day, and then like all day Sunday, all day Monday, they fly back to SNL to do their like writings, their rehearsals, their read-throughs, all that shit.
Yeah.
So they're completely exhausted, and they like never leave each other's side 7 days a week for like whatever 3 months. And so they're just going to fight about all kind of shit. And so there's a couple stories that Rob Lowe and Spade have both told about Spade and Farley getting in fights. And one of them was over who was hanging out with Rob Lowe.
Who got to? I was reading about that. Like they took Rob Lowe and Spade went to dinner.
Yeah, they got back late one night, and Farley was like, I don't feel good. I'm gonna go to sleep. He's like, all right, cool. And so Spade calls up Rob Lowe, and they go get dinner. And the next morning, like Chris Farley's like stink eyeing David Spade in the makeup chair. He's like, how's Rob Lowe? And Spade's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Is he even here? I haven't seen him. So, how's Rob Lowe?
That's really
great. And then the story that I saw David Spade tell was that like he was like trying to eat his tuna fish sandwich, and he had it sitting on the ground, and then Chris Farley stepped on it, and Spade just like jumped on him, and they're just like brother shit, just like pushing each other and like tackling each other.
He's too scared. He's just a little guy.
mommy, the rhino's coming too close to the car. But those are all great stories.
Yeah, and dude, the fact that Farley did his own stunts, like
yeah,
the falls and all that, no stunt double, he freaking did all of that, all while his dozens of cappuccinos a day. Freaking, that's crazy.
And the only other piece of bonus good I have is that the director, Fred Siegel, said on the commentary that the writers of the movie Shrek told him that they based Shrek and Donkey's relationship on Farley and Spade from this movie.
Oh, that's great. I think Chris Farley was supposed to be Shrek.
Yeah.
And then he died or something like that.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. And they actually have some dialogue of him like trying them to match up the mouth and stuff like that to see if it works. That's freaking crazy. I can totally see
Shrek and Donkey being Farley and Spade.
Oh man, I hope we do Shrek. I freaking love Eddie Murphy's part.
Of course we're doing Shrek. What do you mean? Tell me you don't like no parfait?
Everybody like parfait. Cece, when she saw that, the only thing she took from it, and every time she says it, she's like, well, I'm going to bed, and when I wake up, I'm making waffles. Like, all right, Donkey, we got it.
Donkey.
Donkey.
Yeah, man.
What about the worst? You got any worst?
All right, so I didn't have a lot of worst. The political incorrectness, they were saying some R words that we would have said in the 90s a lot. No one would have thought it was weird at all. But now it's probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
The only thing that one of intern Mike's in-laws pointed out to me that when Julie Warner discovers that Rob Lowe is not Bo Derek's son, they're actually married.
Right.
She's in the airport, and do you remember where she's flying to?
Something Falls.
She's flying to Cuyahoga Falls from Sandusky, Ohio. They're 81 miles apart.
Oh, so she was taking like a Buddy Holly plane.
So you're probably not going to the airport to take an 81-mile flight.
Yeah,
Before they can even get the ticket to you, you would have been there if you'd just driven your car.
Yeah.
But one of intern Mike's in-laws was like, you wouldn't fly from that place to the other place. I was like, oh, that's a good call. I would not have Googled that because I don't care.
I was going to say, I don't even know. I mean, I know Sandusky, Ohio, but only because of this movie.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't know where Cuyahoga Falls is. That's awesome.
But yeah, it's like, dude, I don't think I have a lot of worst.
There's two things I wrote down. One, the Rob Lowe thing we already talked about, him flying through the air and landing and stuff dropping on him. It's a little too slapstick for me, but I see why it's in there. The other thing is Tommy, I know it was for comedic effect, but he dresses like an a-hole. The freaking, like the jacket stops like mid forearm and the dress shirt goes down past his thumb. His shirts that even when he was in college and he's talking to his friends and he's taking freaking rips from the bong and he's got like a short sleeve shirt and then the t-shirt's hanging out way under
his Marquette rugby shirt. Dude, you used to do that all the time with the undershirt that was way longer than the shirt on top.
But this is like, it was egregious. And I don't know if it's just because it's 2025 now, but there's no way I could handle it. It would drive me bananas.
Yes. I freaking loved it. He was wearing like windbreakers and shit. But also, I was just thinking of that. Like Farley would always do the thing where he'd be like, yeah, like do his like crazy hair, like look up real fast thing.
Yeah.
God, that guy was funny.
Jerk the wheel into a goddamn Bridget pot. His hair's sticking straight up.
He says, "You see you in there? You are psycho."
Daddy, I gotta go to the bathroom. Oh,
new guy's in the corner puking his guts up. All because you wanted to save a couple pennies. To me, it just doesn't add up. Get out.
Dude, in that part when Spade's trying to stop him and he like rips his arm away. He like pulls it so he can keep doing the car and slam it. It's great.
Fantastic. Yeah. Old tech alert. Spade had like an actual map printed on paper, which I thought was amazing.
It's like part of the internet you could print out and take with you.
And then I was thinking, like, we hit the interim where, remember there's the bit like where people would print out MapQuest directions. It'd be like 27 pages. Yeah. Like, hang on, I lost page 13.
And their margins are like 3 inches on either side, so it takes up a ton of pages. And the map is no help either because the map is so zoomed out to get the whole thing. Dude, I can remember going back from Montana and your dad's like, here, take this with you. When you get up there, y'all can use it. And it was literally like from Montana to Louisiana, it was just a line that covered the whole freaking middle of the United States. It was great.
It was great, man. Great. But we had cell phones at least. My parents talked about driving cross country to San Francisco when they first got married, and they just didn't even have. There was no phones whatsoever. And they're like, "Yeah, we just met the Fowlers. We just said meet us on this bridge on this day, and then we'll go hiking." And then like 2 weeks later, we met them there. I was like, that sounds like some Oregon Trail shit. Like, did you get dysentery? I can't believe that's how you guys planned vacation.
Did you have to ford the river? Dude, I don't know how anybody did anything before this now. Like, it's like AC. Like, I can't not have it now. I'm too hooked. I'm hooked.
Especially now that it's 200 degrees hotter than it ever was before.
God bless. It's so hot outside.
Yeah. All right, 5 questions. Is it okay for kids? Did your kids watch this?
Yeah, both of them did. But again, we all know how I feel about crude potty humor. They're fine with it. I'm fine with it. It's great. So I think it's fine. I mean, Cece was like, "Oh, they killed a deer." I was like, "I guess they did." I always pretend like I've never seen it. So I'm like, she's like, "What's going to happen?" I was like, "I've never seen this."
Yeah.
So she got a little upset that they killed Bambi, but then Bambi came back to life.
Right.
And she loved it. Does it get made again if it's pitched? Like, can you even make, like, is there another Farley Spade combo?
Well, that's what I was trying to think. So I'm like, could Lorne Michaels would they have done like a Bill Hader and Andy Samberg like road trip buddy comedy movie where they made fun of each other? Probably. Yeah. It's not expensive and it doesn't cost that much. So you're like, let's just throw it out there.
I could see the whole thing of them making fun. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the jokes they made. The whole time in my head, I'm like, they don't even have another funny fat guy. Like, who is it? Josh Gad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he's not Farley funny. He's a different kind of funny. So like,
no, but I think you need like the two of them to really like each other, but also to really like rip each other apart all the time. Can we do Bill Burr and John Lovitz and just have them be old guys? Because that's how they actually do act.
Dude, let's pitch that. I love that idea. I would watch that.
That's what I'm saying. And just every day go like, you guys are going to be doing this tomorrow. Come up with some jokes and some gags.
Bill Burr stays up all night just tearing them to shreds. So you don't make a TV show out of something like this, right?
No.
Like, it's got to be quick. Like you said, hour 37. That was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just caught lightning in a bottle. Honestly, even if you look at Black Sheep, which I like, it's not nearly as funny as this. Even Spade and Farley couldn't recreate it like the same way.
It was funny, but not as fun.
It was funny.
Yeah. White.
Well, I haven't watched that one in a really long time because I know it's not as funny. But I saw David Spade in an interview saying that he thought the reason was that they for a lot of that movie they weren't on screen together. They were separate because the director was like, "Yeah, you're over here, he's over here," and they were like, "It's funnier if we're together." And they're like, "No, we got it." And it's like, damn it, dude, just let them do what they're doing.
I got chocolate pudding in my underpants. I didn't have chocolate pudding.
And I couldn't think of who to recast it because I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why.
Who Chris Farley is.
Who's the guy from Parks and Rec that is friends with Aziz Ansari? And he's such a jerk.
John Ralphio?
John Ralphio, yes. Whatever that guy actor's name is, I feel like he could be crappy enough to be a David Spade character.
His name is Ben Schwartz.
Yeah, God.
And I think he has a like an improv background. He's got an hidden improv show. It was like on Netflix for a while.
Dude, John Ralphio is one of my favorite characters in that show because he's so over the top and shitty.
Yeah, dude, he's incredible.
I want him to be the David Spade character. You could fill in the other part. I don't know.
Yeah,
like
he's
you
too
said,
old.
It's got to be.
According to your rules, he's our age, but
damn.
He would be sarcastic enough. It would be hilarious, dude. I was trying to think of like if I wanted to do this with women, like could I do? But I don't know.
I pick who's the
Amy
the
Schumer and Kristen Wiig. Like who could I? Put
I want to
in
do
there?
the chick that does Abbott Elementary. Brunson. What's her first name? Starts with a Q. I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah, Quinta.
Quinta Brunson. That's who she's got to be in this because I think she's hysterical. But I don't know what part she plays. She plays the Tommy part. Then you switch out the other one for friggin' Tiffany Haddish. Who could be like the sarcastic?
Yeah, she'd be good at this too. It's just, dude, it's so hard. Because I was trying to think of Saturday Night Live people, and I was like, I'm not seeing anybody that I'd be excited about.
Yeah, I haven't watched that show in forever.
Yeah, I mean, I see clips sometimes, but there's
That's the best way to watch.
There's not a Chris Farley. Yeah, right. There's not a Chris Farley on the show.
Yeah.
There hasn't been one since he left.
Yeah. So can you still watch and enjoy it now in 2025?
Yes. It's absolutely fantastic. It's streaming on Netflix, so you can do it pretty easily. You can rent it.
That's money. I like that.
It's so good. It's one of my favorite comedies. I have like 6 posters in my studio for movies, and Tommy Boy is one of the 6.
That's awesome. Yeah, dude, it's really good. My kids loved it. My wife was even giggling from the other room where she was working on something because she could hear it. So, like, everybody, this is for everybody. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Again, it's like unfathomable to me that someone would be listening to us talk about movies from the 90s and not have seen Tommy Boy. So I'm kind of like, why am I trying to encourage people? Everyone has seen this. I guess maybe not, but I just like, if someone told me like, oh yeah, I might check that out. I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? Where's your head at right now?
Yeah, where have you been?
What are you watching that's not Tommy Boy?
Right. So what's the next one? What did we decide?
Next up, we said we're going to do the Academy Awards Best Picture winner from this year, Braveheart.
Yeah, Braveheart.
Starring everyone's favorite racist uncle, Mel Gibson.
Oh, man. Speaking of Mel Gibson, what's that movie with him and Julia Roberts where he had to he kept collecting the books?
Payback or Ransom or one of those?
No. This one had Julia Roberts, and I was just thinking about it, and I meant to look it up the other day, and you said racist uncle, and it reminded me.
Conspiracy Theory.
Oh, yeah. That one was weird.
Richard Donner.
What was the movie? What was the book he had to keep? He kept collecting? He always had to pick up the same book? Catcher in the Rye, maybe?
Yeah.
Every time he saw a copy of Catcher in the Rye, he had to pick it up? Or maybe that's another movie. I'm mixing them together. I feel like Conspiracy Theory was better than I remember.
Well, I mean, we got it in... it's got a better Rotten Tomato review than Tommy Boy does. It's 57%.
Well, that means nothing. Nothing!
It means nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah, 97, I'm sure we'll do it on the podcast. 2 years.
Couple of years. See him again.
All right. We'll be back with Braveheart in a couple of weeks, and we've got Patreon stuff coming up as well.
Yeah.
Vaya con Dios.
Vaya con Dios.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review, and remember, don't drive angry.